Let's start with the car that literally caused a moral panic in the UK. The 1990 Lotus Carlton. Under the hood sits a twin-turbocharged 3.6-liter straight-six, producing 377 horsepower. Now that might not sound wild by today's standards, but in 1990, this thing hit 176 miles per hour, making it the fastest sedan in the world. Faster than the Ferrari Testarossa of its era. A sedan. Faster than a poster car. The British tabloids lost their minds, calling it a getaway car for criminals. Politicians demanded it be banned. Why? Because this innocent-looking four-door could outrun police helicopters. Only 950 were ever made, and today they're worth a fortune. But here's the crazy part. It still looks like your accountant's car. But that British scandal was nothing compared to what Mercedes was about to do. Stick around.
Number 5, the Mercedes E60 AMG. Before every Mercedes got the AMG badge slapped on it, there was the E60 AMG, and this thing was certifiably insane. The 1994 Mercedes Sleeper W124 chassis. AMG takes the 6.0-liter V8 from the 500e, bores it out even further, and creates a 6.0-liter naturally aspirated monster making 381 horsepower. But it's not just the power. This engine was hand-built, blueprinted, and individually signed by the engineer who assembled it. Only 148 were ever made. Let me repeat that. 148 in the entire world. AMG built these almost by hand, and each one cost more than a Porsche 911 at the time. Top speed of 155 miles per hour, electronically limited because the tires literally couldn't handle more. Without the limiter, estimates put it around 180 miles per hour. It looked identical to the regular E-Class. No massive wings, no aggressive body kit, just subtle AMG badges that 99% of people wouldn't notice. You could pull up to a school pickup line in this thing, and nobody would know you're driving something rarer than most Ferraris. No cap about that. Wait until you hear about the car that made BMW so nervous they actually tried to stop production. Coming up next. Number 4, the Alpina B10 Biturbo. Now we're talking about a car that BMW themselves were terrified of. The 1989 Alpina B10 Biturbo. Alpina, for those who don't know, is like AMG but for BMW. Except even more exclusive, even more obsessive about engineering. They took the BMW 535i strapped 2 turbochargers to the 3.5-liter straight-six and unleashed 360 horsepower in an era when that was absolutely bonkers. This became the fastest production sedan in the world when it launched. Top speed of 177 miles per hour. It beat the Lotus Carlton to the punch by a year. BMW was actually nervous about it because it was faster than their own M5 at the time, and it made them look bad. But here's what made it special: the engineering. Alpina didn't just bolt on turbos and call it a day. They completely re-engineered the cooling system, strengthened the transmission, upgraded the suspension, and created a car that was genuinely reliable. These things could cruise at 150 miles per hour all day long on the Autobahn without breaking a sweat. Production numbers? Around 500 total. Good luck finding one today. Think those were fast? The next car used technology so advanced it was basically a street-legal rally car. And it could destroy all of them in the corners. Coming in at number 3, the Mitsubishi. Okay, so the Evo isn't exactly unknown, but hear me out. The Evolution 6. Tommy Makinen Edition is a whole different beast that most people have never heard of. 1999. Mitsubishi creates a special edition honoring their rally legend Tommy Makinen's 4th consecutive WRC championship. They take the already insane Evo 6, give it a more aggressive tune, titanium turbine, revised ECU, and lightweight everything. 276 horsepower, which by the way was Japan's gentleman's agreement limit at the time. Everyone knew these cars made way more, probably closer to 320 to 330 at the crank. But the real magic was the chassis. This thing had active center differential, active yaw control, and all-wheel drive that could think faster than you could. The TME weighed just 2,910 pounds. For reference, a modern Honda Accord weighs around 3,300 pounds. This was a lightweight, rally-bred missile that happened to have 4 doors and could seat your family. 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds in 1999. That's faster than a contemporary Porsche 911 Carrera. Only sold in Japan initially, and the distinctive red and black Recaro seats became legendary. This wasn't just a fast sedan. It was a homologation special, a piece of rally history you could drive to work. Now, Americans don't usually show up on lists like this, but when Cadillac decided to play the game, they brought a Corvette engine to a knife fight. You won't believe the price. Stick around. Number 2. The 2004 Cadillac CTS-V. Americans don't get enough credit for crazy sedans, but the 2004 Cadillac CTS-V was absolutely unhinged. Cadillac, trying to compete with BMW M and Mercedes-AMG, did the most American thing possible. They grabbed the Corvette Z06's 5.7-liter LS6 V8 and crammed it into a luxury sedan. 400 horsepower, 395 pound-feet of torque, in a Cadillac. But here's what made it special. Nobody expected it. BMW M3 owners would show up to track days, see a Cadillac, and laugh. Until the green flag dropped. This thing was a legitimate weapon. It ran a 13-second quarter-mile stock, hit 163 miles per hour, and could pull serious Gs in the corners thanks to its magnetic ride control. The best part? You could buy one for under $50,000 brand new. That's half the price of an M5. It was the performance bargain of the decade, and European manufacturers absolutely hated it because it proved you didn't need a $100,000 budget to go fast. Cadillac only sold about 15,000 of the first-gen CTS-V total. Today, clean examples are becoming collectible, especially the manual transmission ones. But none of these compare to number 1. This car was so powerful the company literally went out of business right after building it. It's the ultimate send-off, and it makes a Hellcat look tame. Let's head down under for the finale. The 2017 Holden HSV GTS-R W1. This is the car most Americans have never heard of, and it's absolutely mental. Picture this. It's 2017. GM is about to kill off Holden, the iconic Australian brand. So, what does Holden Special Vehicles do? They decide to go out with the biggest middle finger possible. They take the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1's supercharged 6.2-liter LSAV8, tune it to the absolute limit, and drop it into the Commodore sedan. 638 horsepower in a 4-door family sedan. That makes it more powerful than the contemporary Dodge Charger Hellcat. More powerful than the BMW M5. More powerful than almost anything with 4 doors at the time. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. Top speed of 199 miles per hour. This wasn't just fast for a sedan, this was fast, period. And only 275 were ever built, making it one of the rarest muscle sedans ever created. The W1 came with everything. Brembo brakes, magnetic ride suspension, limited slip differential, launch control, and an exhaust note that would wake up your entire neighborhood. It was the swan song of Australian muscle, and it went out absolutely screaming. If you enjoyed this deep dive into automotive insanity, smash that subscribe button, because we've got plenty more hidden gems to uncover. Next time, we might look at SUVs that are faster than sports cars, or maybe the weirdest engine swaps that actually worked. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best sleeper is the one nobody sees coming.